I want to talk to you now about Atelier Free Flow. Now, this is the size package that you would probably end up using if you're a person who does smallish works on paper which might resemble a watercolour, or they might resemble gouaches. A little bit of the paint and a Japanese paintbrush that I have that's rather nice to just show you what happens when you have a very fluid paint that really moves around off the brush, and you squeeze the brush and it waters it out. Because this is ultramarine blue, which is a granulating colour, we're going to see where I've diluted it out a little bit more with water. You'll see that this settles down and granulates in the same way that watercolour does. Now, of course, the staining colours like phthalo green don't have that property of granulating, even in true watercolours. But the thing that this paint does do is it dilutes very, very easily from its already liquid consistency to a very flowing consistency where you can maintain a line for ages if you want to, and where you can do all sorts of techniques that are related to watercolour techniques. I'll get a more typical sort of watercolour brush. As you can see, it flows out very nicely. I'll try running some purple across the page. Let's say I want to draw something. It's very easy to draw with, because just wherever the brush travels, the paint comes off the brush terribly, terribly easily. But they don't dry with a glossy finish, and therefore they sit very comfortably when they dry on watercolour paper because they have a matte surface, and they also take crayons and pastels and so forth as a finishing technique on top. It's ideal for the sort of work that is done in traditional Aboriginal painting techniques. And it's also useful for very large easel paintings. So doing a fake watercolour with free flow is liberating, because you can swish your paintbrush around, and if it doesn't work out very well, if you've got some nice little bits, you can keep them. And you can come back and do corrections, and it's a medium that could become quite popular, I think.